Tax season. Getting a big tax refund check feels amazing, right? Like you just got a surprise bonus from the government. But what if I told you that it's not a bonus at all? In fact, it usually means something went a little bit wrong. Today, we're going to unpack what that refund check really is.
We've all heard this, haven't we? Maybe we've even said it ourselves. I mean, that feeling of getting a couple $1,000 back is pretty exciting. It feels like free money, and you immediately start thinking, okay, vacation time. It's a totally normal reaction.
But let's pause for a second. Where did that money actually come from? Is the government just feeling generous and handing out cash? Well, the real answer kind of pulls back the curtain on how your paycheck and your taxes work.
And that brings us to the first big idea here. We need to reframe how we think about a refund. Think of it as an interest-free loan, but not one that you get. It's one that you give.
Okay, so let's get down to basics. A tax refund is not a gift. It's just the government giving you your own money back. Why? Because you overpaid during the year. Simple as that. With every single paycheck, a chunk of money is withheld for taxes. A refund just means that chunk was too big.
And this quote from our source material really just nails it. Think about it for a second. You let the government hold on to your extra cash for what? Up to a year? And then at the end, they just give you back the exact amount you overpaid. No interest, no thank you for your service, nothing.
So this is the big mental switch we're talking about. It's moving from thinking of it as a bonus to seeing it for what it is, a return of your own money. That bonus was actually right there in your paycheck the whole time, you just couldn't get to it.
You can see exactly how it plays out here. You work hard, you earn your money, but then too much gets taken out. And that extra cash, money that could have been in your bank account, paying down debt, or maybe even invested, is just sitting with the Treasury. Then, months later, you have to file your taxes just to ask for it back.
Now, hearing all that, you might be thinking, wow, getting a big refund is a huge financial mistake. But hold on, it's not quite that simple. This has actually sparked a pretty big debate with two very different and honestly very valid ways of looking at it.
So, yeah, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Should you be aiming for that big, exciting refund check every spring? Or is it smarter to owe just a small amount when you file? You'll find smart people with strong opinions on both sides.
So let's meet the two teams in this debate. First up, you've got Team Optimizer. These folks want their money in their pocket every single payday, not sitting in a government account. And on the other side, you have Team Forced Savings. They see that big refund as a really useful tool for saving up a big chunk of cash they might not have saved otherwise. This is the voice of a true optimizer. For them, it's all about precision. It's like a game. How close can I get to a zero balance without actually having to write a check to the IRS? It's really about maintaining control of their money and just not giving the government that unnecessary loan.
And here is the complete flip side of that coin. For Team Forced Savings, the idea of owing money to the IRS is just super stressful. That peace of mind that comes from knowing you're definitely getting money back, that's worth way more than any potential interest they might have earned.
Let's just lay it all out here side by side. Going for the big refund gives you that built-in savings plan, and you never have to worry about a surprise tax bill. But the downside is you lose out on what that money could have been doing for you all year. Aiming for a zero refund gives you more cash in every paycheck to use or invest, but you run the risk of messing up the calculation and getting hit with a bill and maybe even penalties.
Okay, so after hearing this whole debate, what's the right answer? Well, the biggest takeaway here isn't about which team is right. It's about you making a conscious choice instead of just letting your refund happen by accident.
This right here is the whole point. The real goal isn't to get a certain refund amount. The goal is to be in control of your finances. Whether you want a big refund as a saving strategy or you want more cash every 2 weeks, that's your call. The win is understanding how it all works so you can make it do what you want it to do.
And you know what? The good news is that getting this dialed in is so much easier now. If you haven't filled out a W-4 form in a few years, it's totally different. That old confusing system of claiming allowances is gone. Now it's a much more straightforward system that uses actual dollar amounts. Plus, the IRS has a free online calculator to help you get it just right.
And yeah, this change was a really big deal. It moves the whole process away from guesswork and into a much more accurate calculation. It gives you way more direct control over what happens come tax time. You see, at the end of the day, this isn't just about taxes. It's about your whole financial life. When you take a minute to understand and adjust your withholding, you are actively deciding how your income gets managed. You're telling your money where to go instead of just wondering where it all went.
So, I'll leave you with this question to chew on. Do you want that lump sum in the spring, or do you want a little more cash flow every month? The power to decide is totally in your hands. So maybe take a look at your pay stub, check out that IRS tool, and ask yourself, is my money working for me the way I really want it to?